So I'm here at the Edmonton Separatist petition signing at Rundle Park.
There going to be enough forms for everybody?
So I am waiting for more sheets.
So we might not.
So you're going to run out of forms.
Thanks for being part of Operation Canada, a forum where we can all contribute in our own small way to bring in Canadians together so we can support one another, progress reconciliation, and develop a country that's a little bit more independent and resilient.
Fabricating lineups to look like there's a lot of support is absolutely a political ploy, because if you notice here, there's two people that are maybe three people where you can sign up. So no wonder there's a long line. So if you're with the organization, they're fabricating lineups by understaffing their event so it looks like it's busy all day. That's one key point to remember here.
And if you think my comment about them purposefully understaffing their event to fabricate a line might not be fair, well, then let's go with the other side of this, where they just don't have the canvassers to volunteer to support the turnout that they're even getting. So you can look at it like, if they had a lot of support, they'd have lots of volunteers, a lot more tables, a lot more lineups, and they'd want to be putting through people as quickly as possible, you would think.
There going to be enough forms for everybody?
So I am waiting for more sheets.
So we might not.
So you're going to run out of forms.
We're going to be waiting for a long time back here. I just want to make sure that our wait's going to be working.
How many forms did you bring?
I wish I could
We'll come back
answer
again
you.
another time, right?
Yeah, I wish I could
Another time,
answer
right?
because I don't
But
know.
there'll be a lot of disappointed people, because there's a lot.
Did you only brought 300 forms?
I don't know how long it is.
Well, you should go walk on this lane. Be very careful. It's very slippery. But you should go walk both these lines. I'm going to say there's 1,000 people there. More.
Only 1,000?
Yeah.
And it was at this point where I thought to myself, if this organization has 20% polling of Albertans to separate, that's 1 million people, they would have brought more petitions.
There's a lady walking along here
well,
that has
yeah.
that little paper.
So they're completely unorganized. They don't have enough forms. So they're going to run out of forms pretty soon. So it's exciting. They're going to be running out of forms pretty soon, the lady says there. So you guys enjoy your day. It's kind of sorry to make you guys wait. They're going to run out of forms pretty soon.
It's okay. We're here.
Oh, I don't know. She wouldn't really say. They're not saying. They're just saying. They're saying they're going to run out of forms, and they don't know if they're going to get more. So I don't know. I don't know if they'll get more forms or not.
Be careful what you say, though, right? She said she's not sure. They're going to try to do something.
Yeah, they're going to try and get more forms, but they don't really have a plan, or they're not sure. So you should let them know, because if they stand in line and there's no forms, that's kind of crazy. But it's all good. It's a good day to stand outside. So I heard one guy who was at the back of the line say he figures there might be 1,000 people in line right now. But as you can see, when you've only got 2 or 3 people at little tables, oh, that looks super busy. Like, that looks like a lot of support to me. That's a lot of support. Look at the support here. 1,000 people in the Edmonton area. All right, it's 12 o'clock. There's 4 hours left. They've been here for 2 hours already.
I don't know what happened to the audio on my camera, so I'm going to do a voiceover. The video obviously worked, but what I was doing here was I paced out 30 people in line, and then I walked the entire line and estimated that that gentleman was right. There was probably 1,000 people when I was there. And that was at about 12:15 or noon or 12:15. I would imagine, based on the traffic that I saw coming in, maybe, and I'm going to be generous here, maybe they got another 1,000 people show up to about 4 o'clock. And to be fair to the organizers, I did find another table of canvassers at a second lineup. So that whole line you saw was really 2, but there was another canvasser table with 3 more people. So that made the total canvassers at the event 6. And that's for Edmonton, a city of just over 1 million people. I got this shot. This was the gentleman dropping off more petitions. They did run out at the first table I was at. I don't know, you count for yourself, but what? I'll be generous. 20, 50 petitions were delivered by just before 1 o'clock. I see this trend with the organizers. They have a heavy digital presence. They use a lot of artificial intelligence. And then when they're out in the real world, they're poorly organized, which leads me to believe that whatever money or funding they are getting or donations, they're putting it into extensive online digital marketing, sales, ads, copy. And when they're out in the physical world, their organization isn't super sophisticated, which tells me they have very few people to come out to events, but they've got 1 or 2 key people, supposedly from Thailand, that are able to run their social media, generate all these AI accounts. I say Thailand because if you look on their X account or the Alberta Prosperity Project, it was discovered that that account was created in Thailand. My overall point with this is this group has been called out for being grifters. And when they're spending so much money targeting a certain class of people in the province of Alberta, what they're calling success, it's no different than what any other political party or government does from a communication standpoint. They're selling a level of success that they can't attain because they don't have the back end support to be that successful. If you look at their setup, fold out tables, flags, one flag hanging on the front, and on the ground, I might add, there's no boxes there for all these petitions. Like, people are giving their driver's license and their name and all this personal information. Where is all of that stored in a secure spot? Where does all of that go? And it probably goes in someone's trunk and then their house, whatever. But they come across as a very organized and big entity. But at the end of the day, in the real world, they're not. You know, this group is grifting people, baby boomer age, younger, mainly all white. I feel personally like they are grifting people in a certain age range that get a lot of their information off social media like Facebook, you know, getting donations from other groups that are trying to disrupt Canada's political system for their own benefit and game. I mean, we've basically the APP is run by a retired plastic surgeon, 2 lawyers that aren't doing very well. You know, why weren't they at the event? Why weren't they there? What were they doing on their Saturday? Maybe they were at another event. I don't know, but I don't know why you wouldn't want to be at Edmonton, which is you're going to see later come out to be presented as a huge success where only 1,000 people out of 1 million showed up. And I don't even know if they're all from Edmonton. But what really does it for me is they only had 6 canvassers, and they just ran some canvasser training not too long ago. So there's nobody in Edmonton that's supporting this. Frankly, they're grifting people for money. They don't behave like they want to be successful. They're behaving like they want the attention and they want to make a big splash for their own benefit. But that if that looks like a group that's trying to be successful, especially when, you know, they're lawyers and a doctor, a plastic surgeon with all this money coming in, what's going on here? Like, are you really going to believe this? Because I certainly don't. If I had a good team of 10 and, you know, a budget of $5,000-$6,000, that event wouldn't have been held outside on icy sidewalks. I mean, the amount of seniors that I saw walking on the icy sidewalks, parking was atrocious. There was no parking. People had to park all over Rundle Park and walk. If you're in a wheelchair, if you got a walker, if you got a cane, you're not going to sign the petition. And they don't care about accessibility. They don't care about people that, you know, want to have a voice, but maybe physically can't get there. They don't care about them. They don't actually care about you. And that's evident by this event. Thank you for being part of Operation Canada. If you enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe so others like you can find our forum. And if you have a show idea, leave a comment because it could be our next episode.